Y'all, what I just read in the Bible is enough to tear the whole church up. If I could tag a title to this teaching, I would have to call it The Blind Side. Now, I'm going somewhere. Listen to me. Because if you're familiar with this movie, you know that the job of the main character is to protect the quarterback from anything coming out of left field. See, y'all not ready for me today. Get your paper, get your pens, get whatever you need, because I'm about to take y'all to church. So in Mark chapter 8, Jesus and his disciples had just made it to Bethsaida. And when they got there, some people approached them with a blind man and begged Jesus to just touch him. Now here comes the tension in the text. Verse 23 says, Jesus took the blind man by the hand and led him outside of the village. See, you missed it already. The man was blind, so he didn't know where he was going. In other words, if he really wanted his vision to be a reality, he had to be willing to walk by faith and not by sight. Now watch this. When they first got there, they asked if Jesus would do what? Touch the man. And he did. But why did nothing happen? Because he was in an environment that was hindering him from God's hand. See, I'm finna preach now, because that's why God removed you from your little friends. If you were still running with them, you'd still be running from him. See, there are some things God wants to give you, but he's not gonna go against his word for you to have them. Until you become the person that's willing to walk away from what you know is unhealthy, do not be upset by what you know makes you sick. Now the text says, when he had spit on the man's eyes, Jesus asked, do you see anything? The man looked up and said, I see people. They look like trees walking around. Now I'm not the smartest man in the world, but I do know this. If you blind, you don't know what people or trees look like. Unless at some point you could see before. Now this is where it gets interesting, because out of all things, why would he say trees? Well, think about it. What did Jesus die on? A cross. And what was that cross made from? A tree. So maybe, just maybe, these people were walking around looking like the very thing Jesus had to die for, which is sin. It's possible that Jesus led him outside of the village because he was revealing to him all of the sin that had been surrounding him. Jesus put his hands on the man's eyes a second time, and this time they were opened and his sight was restored. Did you catch that? So he could see before, because you can't restore something you never had to begin with. Jesus sent him home saying, don't even go back into that village. So if Jesus sent him home, that means he didn't belong there no way. But here's the plot twist. I bet you didn't even catch that this story is actually written about you. See that thing that you're facing right now? You wasn't thinking about God when you got yourself into it, but now you need him to get you out. So this is my message to you and I'm done. Don't ask God for the delivery if you know you're gonna make a return.